Welcome you incredible YouTubers to this second part of a tutorial series about how to prepare for, and do the Cayo Perico heist in hard mode and with completing the Elite Challenge. This second part is about the weapon, equipment and approach vehicle preps. When arriving at the airport, after completing the intel gathering or spawning back into GTA Online, you spawn your Sparrow. Make sure to be on a road to do this, because as you may see, I was a bit too early and my Sparrow spawned in a weird way. As I mentioned in the first part of this tutorial series, it's good to set your last location at, or near the Los Santos International Airport or Vespucci Beach. After spawning your Sparrow you also spawn your Kasatka. You won't have to travel a long time to your Kasatka when setting your last location correctly. Drive your Kasatka to the beach. You only need to park the front on the beach. This way you have the opportunity to park your Oppressor Mk2 at the front without it getting destroyed. Sometimes your Oppressor Mk2 won't stay on top of the front and will be at the beach, next to your Kasatka. No problem, it still won't be destroyed, since it falls off on the sand. I first like to start with the weapon loadout prep. Then you start with the equipment preps and then the approach vehicle prep. Let's start the weapon loadout prep first. I personally prefer the Conspirator or Crack Shot loadout. If it says that you have got to go to the Merryweather headquarters, then use a guided missile, your Oppressor Mk2 or Sparrow, to blow up the helicopter at the roof of the Merryweather headquarters. There are 3 spawn locations for the helicopter, on the roof very close to each other. If you don't mind following the helicopter up to the north of the GTA map and finishing this prep this way, then you don't have to blow it up. After blowing it up, the prep will fail and you repeat the prep again until it says that you have to go to an office building. For example to Penry's building. Sometimes the first time it already tells you to go to an office building. There are randomly 3 office buildings for this prep, each time you do it. There you can go with your Oppressor Mk2 or Sparrow and kill the guards at the ground.
There may be a roof entrance, or you can go through the front door. Expect heavy combat on entry.
Then you enter from the ground. I don't like to enter and exit from the roof since the 2 buzzard helicopters could kill you easily. When killing the first guard near the front desk, I try to kill 1 or 2 guards in the small hallways left and right. Then I kill the guards on the right side. From there I kill the rest of them.
Just got hit! No! Drop the fire up! Yeah! Man down! I'm gonna... You fucking idiot!
First you go to the locker. From there to the laptop to complete a hack, and back to the locker to retrieve your weapon loadout. Get back to the entrance at the ground and fly back to your Kasatka to complete the weapon loadout prep.
Let me tell you, my late 20s were a turbulent time for this reason.
Park your Oppressor Mk2 at the front of your Kasatka at the beach. Make sure to buy your suppressor immediately before starting the equipment preps. When doing the equipment prep, you don't have to do the first one. Continue with the last 3 equipment preps. These are 1. The plasma cutter, or safe code, 2. Fingerprint cloner, and 3. Cutting torch. When getting the plasma cutter, you first go to a safe house. You won't face any enemies.
Without breaking what's inside, we will need very specialized tools. Just to see if it could be climbed, yes? And more importantly, to see the vast amounts of money waiting at the top, huh?
Look for a heist setup board. Make a picture of it and send it to Pavel. Immediately leave the safe house, while Pavel will gather information for you.
Try to find some clue to the location, plans, drawings, coordinates, anything. Send me the photograph and I can cross-reference.
Fly to the next location.
There they are. Updating GPS now.
There will be enemies and an ally. Fly around like how I did. Shoot the enemies from far. Hit the checkpoint and grab the plasma cutter. Return to Yukosatka to complete this prep. For this prep, this randomly isn't the only location to collect the plasma cutter from. When getting the fingerprint cloner, you first go to a warehouse. When arriving there, you may decide to go in silently or get spotted by the 2 surveillance cameras outside the entrance. Outside the warehouse there is a switch to turn of the cameras to go in silently. This actually isn't necessary. If you just enter the warehouse, immediately take cover behind a wooden box on your left side. From there you can shoot the armed guards. There usually are 4 only.
Head of cybersecurity is a busy job. There are offshore account transfers to manage, hidden servers to maintain, social media websites to infiltrate. If we do this correctly, it may be some time before they realize what we have taken. Find the computer. We must get inside.
Hack the laptop and leave the warehouse. Then go to the archive.
Almost there. Be careful. There will be more CCTV here.
Take out 2 security cameras before entering the archive. This way you won't face enemies, so I have heard. Run towards the back. The fingerprint cloner is mostly at one of the last desks. Return to Yukosatka. Also with this prep there are randomly 3 locations of warehouses and archives. For the cutting torch prep you can decide yourself if you want to go in silently. This is by grabbing a yellow construction helmet, or you go rampage on the guards. When getting the cutting torch at the high building that's under construction, park your oppressor MK2 or Sparrow at the roof. There you'll find a yellow construction helmet, and then take a few ramps to go on a lower level to search the cutting torch. I also will show you where to find a yellow construction helmet at this construction site. It's not far from the high construction building. When going in silently, grab the yellow construction helmet. You may run away a little bit from it and then back to it to get it faster. Make sure not to stay in the sight of the armed guards or they'll start shooting at you. Now I will show you 2 of the approach vehicle preps. 1, with the longfin speedboat. 2, with the Kosatka submarine. First I will start with the longfin approach vehicle prep. I personally do the longfin approach when going solo, so I can grab secondary loot elsewhere on the island. Go from your Kasatka to the location where you can pick up the longfin speedboat in a trailer. You will need a truck to get it. I recommend using a phantom wedge. It is easier to reach your destination by knocking out vehicles in your way to your destination. The longfin speedboat randomly spawns at 3 locations. Expect there to be heavily armed police. I have marked the route from the locations to the destination, marked as X. At Warstock Cash and Carry you can buy the Phantom Wedge.
Some options for you. On your GPS now.
When arrived at the gates in front of your destination, park it not too far from the gates. Step out. Kill yourself with an explosive, a bit further away from your truck and longfin, and run back to them to finish the prep. When doing the Kasatka approach vehicle prep, teleport with your Kasatka near the Merryweather test site. Drive your Kasatka to the yellow circle. Blow up the helicopter and boats from the enemies. If you are at the center of the circle, the other Kasatka most of the time is right under you. Swim to it. If you have rebreathers, then press left on your D-pad. When entering the other Kasatka, go to the right to collect more rebreathers. If you will go down the ladder, most of the times you might get shot, since there is an enemy down there. I usually go back to the entrance and go the left side to kill enemies and collect the sonar jammer. The sonar jammer spawns randomly at 3 locations in this Kasatka. I got lucky here, it was not far away. Make your way back to the start and swim away to your own Kasatka. When finished, you finally are ready to do the Cayo Perico heist, with preparations to do it in hard mode and by doing the elite challenge. Well, stay tuned for the last part soon. There I will show you how I did the heist. If you like this tutorial, please give a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get more info on GTA stuff. I will upload the last part about the execution of the heist soon. Have a great day.